Hello, everyone, and welcome to English for Everyday Life. I'm your host, Sarah, and this podcast is specially designed for intermediate English learners like you. Today, we're going to talk about starting a new job, and we'll learn useful vocabulary and phrases that you can use in a work environment. Don't worry if you don't understand everything the first time. That's completely normal. You can always listen again later. Let me tell you about Maria's first day at her new job. Maria is from Spain, and she moved to Canada 6 months ago. She studied English at university, but she was still nervous about working in an English-speaking environment. Can you relate to Maria's situation? Many of you probably can. It was a Monday morning in September. Maria woke up extra early because she wanted to make sure she arrived on time. She had chosen her outfit carefully the night before, a navy blue suit with comfortable shoes. She ate a light breakfast, checked her appearance in the mirror one more time, and left her apartment with plenty of time to spare. The office building was located in the downtown area, and Maria took the subway to get there. During the ride, she reviewed some business English phrases that she had practiced over the weekend. She whispered to herself, "Nice to meet you. I look forward to working with you. Could you please show me where the bathroom is?" These simple phrases helped her feel more confident. When Maria arrived at the building, she went to the reception desk on the ground floor. The receptionist, a friendly woman named Linda, greeted her warmly. "Good morning. How can I help you today?" she asked. Maria replied, "Hi, I'm Maria Santos. Today is my first day working for Johnson Marketing on the 15th floor." Linda smiled and said, "Welcome. Just take the elevator to the 15th floor and ask for Mr. Thompson, the office manager. He's expecting you." In the elevator, Maria met another employee who was also going to the same floor. "Are you new here?" the woman asked kindly. "Yes, it's my first day," Maria answered. "I'm starting as a graphic designer." The woman introduced herself as Jennifer, and she worked in the same department. "That's wonderful. We've been looking forward to meeting you. The design team is really friendly, so don't worry about fitting in." When the elevator doors opened, Maria saw a modern, open-plan office with large windows and plenty of natural light. There were about 20 desks arranged in different sections, and most of them were already occupied by people working quietly at their computers. Some employees were having conversations near a coffee machine, and others were discussing projects in a small meeting room with glass walls. Mr. Thompson, the office manager, appeared almost immediately. He was a middle-aged man with gray hair and a warm smile. "You must be Maria. Welcome to Johnson Marketing. I'm David Thompson, but please call me David. How was your first subway ride to work?" Maria appreciated that he asked about her commute. It showed he cared about new employees' experiences. David gave Maria a brief tour of the office. "This is our main work area where the design team sits," he explained, pointing to a section with 6 desks. "Over there is the marketing department, and behind those glass doors is our conference room where we hold team meetings every Tuesday morning." He also showed her the kitchen area, which had a refrigerator, microwave, coffee machine, and comfortable chairs where employees could take breaks. Next, David introduced Maria to her supervisor, Lisa Chen, who was the head of the graphic design department. Lisa was a professional woman in her 30s with short black hair and stylish glasses. "We're so excited to have you join our team," Lisa said enthusiastically. "I've seen your portfolio, and your work is impressive. I think you'll fit in perfectly here." Lisa then introduced Maria to her new colleagues. There was Tom, a senior designer who had worked at the company for 5 years, Sarah, a junior designer who had started just 8 months earlier, and Mike, a freelancer who came in 3 days a week to help with special projects. Everyone seemed genuinely happy to meet her, which made Maria feel much more relaxed. David explained the company's daily routine and basic policies. "We start work at 9 a.m. and finish at 5 p.m., with a 1-hour lunch break anytime between 12 and 2 p.m. Most people take lunch around 12:30 or 1 o'clock. We have flexible working hours, which means you can start a bit earlier or later if you need to, but please let Lisa know in advance. He continued, "We have casual Fridays, so you don't need to wear formal business clothes on Fridays. Also, we provide free coffee and tea in the kitchen, and there's a small gym on the third floor that employees can use for free before or after work hours." Lisa took over the orientation process and showed Maria to her desk, which was next to a large window with a view of the city park. "This is your workspace," Lisa said. "The computer is already set up with all the software you'll need, and I've put together a welcome package with information about our current clients and ongoing projects." Maria's desk came equipped with everything she needed: a new computer, a comfortable office chair, a desk lamp, and basic office supplies like pens, notebooks, and sticky notes. There was also a small plant on the windowsill, which Lisa explained was a welcome gift from the team. For the first few hours, Maria spent time reading about the company's clients and familiarizing herself with their design software and internal systems. Lisa checked on her regularly, asking, "How are you doing?" "Do you have any questions so far?" Maria appreciated this attention. It showed that the company cared about helping new employees succeed. Around 11 a.m., Tom came over to Maria's desk with a cup of coffee. "Would you like me to show you how to use the printer and scanner?" he offered. "Sometimes the machines can be a bit tricky when you're not used to them." Maria was grateful for his help and realized that asking colleagues for assistance was normal and expected. Lunchtime arrived, and Sarah invited Maria to join a group of colleagues who were going to a nearby restaurant. "We usually go to this little Italian place around the corner," Sarah explained. "The food is good, the prices are reasonable, and it's a nice way to get to know your coworkers better." Maria accepted the invitation, knowing that informal social interactions were an important part of workplace culture. During lunch, Maria learned more about her colleagues' backgrounds and interests. Tom talked about his weekend hiking adventures. Sarah mentioned that she was taking evening Spanish classes, and Mike shared stories about his freelance photography business. Maria told them about her life in Spain and her experience moving to Canada. Everyone was interested and supportive, asking thoughtful questions and offering advice about living in the city. After lunch, Lisa gave Maria her first project assignment. "This is a logo design for a small restaurant that's opening next month," she explained. "The client wants something modern but warm and welcoming. I'd like you to create 3 different concepts, and we can discuss them tomorrow afternoon. Don't worry about making them perfect. This is just to get you started and see how you work." Maria spent the rest of the afternoon working on preliminary sketches and ideas. She felt comfortable asking Lisa and Tom for feedback and advice. "What colors do you think would work well for a family restaurant?" she asked. "Should the design be more playful or sophisticated?" Her colleagues were happy to share their opinions and experience. As 5 o'clock approached, Maria began organizing her desk and saving her work files. Lisa came by and asked, "How was your first day?" "I hope it wasn't too overwhelming." Maria smiled and replied honestly, "It was much better than I expected. Everyone has been so welcoming and helpful. I'm looking forward to tomorrow." Now let's review some important vocabulary from Maria's story. Reception desk, the area where visitors check in when they enter a building. Ground floor, the floor of a building that is at street level. Office manager, a person who organizes and supervises daily operations in an office. Graphic designer, someone who creates visual designs for advertisements, websites, or other materials. Open plan office, an office space without walls between different work areas. Occupied, being used or filled. Commute, the journey between home and work. Brief tour, a short visit to see the main areas of a place. Supervisor, a person who manages and guides other workers. Portfolio, a collection of work samples that shows your skills and experience. Colleagues, the people you work with. Freelancer, someone who works independently for different companies. Genuinely, really, and truly, not pretending. Flexible working hours, the ability to choose when you start and finish work within certain limits. Casual Fridays, a workplace policy allowing informal clothes on Fridays. Orientation, the process of introducing new employees to their job and workplace. Workspace, the area where someone works, usually a desk and surrounding area. Equipped, supplied with necessary items. Familiarizing, getting to know, or becoming comfortable with something. Internal systems, the computer programs and processes used within a company. Assistance, help, or support. Informal social interactions, casual, friendly conversations, and activities with coworkers. Assignment, a task or project given to someone to complete. Preliminary sketches, early, rough drawings or ideas. Overwhelming, feeling like there's too much to handle at once. Here are some useful phrases for your first day at work.
I'm looking forward to working with you.
Nice to meet you. Could you please show me where the bathroom is? How long have you been working here? What time do people usually take lunch? Is it okay if I ask you a question? Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. I'm still learning the system, so please be patient with me. Could you explain how this works? What's the best way to contact you if I have questions? Remember, it's normal to feel nervous on your first day at a new job, even in your native language. When you're working in a second language, it's even more challenging, but don't let that discourage you. Most colleagues understand that English might not be your first language, and they're usually happy to help and be patient. Here are some practical tips for your first day at work in an English-speaking environment. First, arrive early and dress appropriately for your workplace culture. Second, bring a notebook to write down important information, names, and procedures. Third, don't be afraid to ask questions. It shows you're engaged and want to do well. Fourth, participate in social activities like lunch or coffee breaks when possible. This helps you build relationships with your colleagues. And finally, be patient with yourself. It takes time to feel comfortable in a new workplace, especially when you're using a second language. That's all for today's episode of English for Everyday Life. Starting a new job is always an adventure, and doing it in English adds an extra challenge. But remember, your English skills will improve quickly when you use them in real-world situations every day. Next time, we'll talk about attending your first business meeting in English. Until then, keep practicing, stay confident, and remember that making mistakes is part of the learning process. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.